Archangel Michael says, the moment you opened this message, a secret began to unravel. Something hidden, something you were never supposed to find out, is now reaching the surface. There's been a woman pretending to hold your soulmate's heart, but her intentions were never pure. She wanted to step into your destiny, to stand where you were meant to stand and to be loved the way you were chosen to be loved. But divine eyes have seen her deceit, and tonight heaven has decided to expose it. The mask she wore is falling apart piece by piece, and the truth is about to make her tremble. Your soulmate spirit has been restless lately, sensing something was off, but unable to name it. Their heart still beats for you, even while their mind was clouded by manipulation, lies, and confusion. The illusion that once looked like love is about to crumble, and what's real will remain. Everything she built on falsehood is collapsing like fragile glass. You might feel the energy shifting, chills across your arms, a strange calm before an emotional storm. These are divine signals that exposure has already begun. Type Amen to get blessing 333. She studied you, copied your tone, mimicked your gestures, and even repeated your words just to deceive him. But what she didn't know is that divine alignment can't be faked. There's an invisible mark on your soul that heaven recognizes. It's something no one else can replicate. Her plans were never rooted in love, but in obsession and envy. She watched you from afar, waiting for your soulmate to grow distant so she could step in and play the role that wasn't written for her. But destiny has a way of correcting itself, and her time pretending is almost over. Archangel Michael says, heaven's justice moves silently at first. But when it strikes, it leaves no doubt. You will soon witness the very person who tried to steal your connection lose everything they gained through deception. Don't let their drama pull you back into pain. Your silence is your power. You might notice signs, repeated numbers like 1111 or 444, whispers in your dreams, or sudden emotions that don't belong to you. These are confirmations that your energy is reclaiming what was taken. Your soulmate is awakening to the truth and their eyes are opening wider than ever before. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Your soulmate is beginning to see her true face. They're realizing that the warmth they thought they felt was only a reflection of your energy, borrowed light, not genuine love. Soon they'll feel drawn back to where they belong, back to you. Heaven allowed this imitation to play out, not to punish you, but to reveal who truly values you and who only wanted your position. Every heartbreak, every tear, and every silent night you endured is turning into divine evidence. The judgment is not yours to carry. Heaven is already taking action. There will be a day very soon when she tries to reach out, pretending to make peace. Do not respond. She's not sorry for what she did. She's terrified of what's coming next. Stay calm. The truth doesn't need you to fight. It just needs you to witness. When the curtain falls, you'll see that everything she claimed. Your soulmate, your destiny, your light was never truly hers. What belongs to you will find its way back in divine timing, purified and protected. Type Amen to get blessing. 555. you may have felt her interference in your dreams. Strange flashes of arguments or confusion. That's how envy operates, sneaking into the subconscious to make you doubt your worth. But the moment you read these words, that energy begins to dissolve. Archangel Michael stands behind you. Sword of truth drawn, cutting cords of deception one by one. The pain that used to tighten your chest is easing. And the confusion that once blurred your path is lifting. You're being restored in silence. And she can't stop it. Remember, divine love can't be stolen. It's written in frequencies, not in promises or performances. What she built was based on imitation. But imitation always collapses under authenticity. This is why the next few days will be filled with strange coincidences. You'll see her name fade away while yours begins to reappear. Your soulmate will feel that shift and start remembering what peace used to feel like. The peace that only existed in your presence. Type Amen to get blessing. 666. You might hear from someone unexpectedly. A message, a name, or even a dream that mirrors your story. Don't ignore it. These are breadcrumbs from heaven leading you back to your rightful position. The woman who played this role believed she could rewrite destiny by wearing your energy like a costume. But Archangel Michael says destiny cannot be manipulated. The more she fakes, the faster she falls. Every word she used against you is returning to her multiplied. Your soulmate is feeling the weight of guilt and confusion. They're beginning to sense that their spirit was manipulated, that their decisions weren't entirely their own. Soon they'll want to make amends, to speak the truth, to confess what they couldn't see before. Stay still. Let them come to you when the truth finally breaks free. You don't need to chase clarity. Clarity is chasing you. Type Amen to get blessing. 777. There's an energy of restoration coming around you. Signs of renewal everywhere. You might notice old songs returning, certain scents triggering memories, or a sudden feeling of calm after chaos. That's not nostalgia. That's the restoration of what was rightfully yours. The imitation version of love was a test, one meant to refine your discernment and strengthen your boundaries. You're no longer the same person you were before. Or the betrayal. You carry divine armor now, unseen but unshakable. When your soulmate finally speaks, they will tremble. The truth will pour out. Not because you demanded it, but because truth always seeks its rightful witness. You'll hear apologies. You'll see regret. And you'll feel the weight of heaven shifting the balance. And when that happens, do not let anger rise again. Smile because you were chosen to endure what others couldn't. And now you're chosen to receive what others can't imagine. Type Amen to get blessing. 888. You're not reading this by coincidence. The angels align this message with your energy field because it's time to free you completely. Every cord attached to deception, jealousy, and mimicry is being cut right now. That woman thought she could outshine you, but you were never competing. You were chosen before she even existed in the storyline. Her jealousy came from seeing what she could never become, a pure vessel of divine love. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael whispers that your light is returning tenfold. Soon, people will see the difference between imitation and authenticity. Those who believed her lies will come back to you one by one, realizing they misjudged the story. The same crowd that once turned away will now stand in awe of how heaven defended you without you saying a word. Type Amen to get blessing. $9.99. Your soulmate's dreams are revealing the truth. Now they're seeing flashes of your face. Memories replaying in perfect detail. The woman who pretended to be you is no longer able to control their thoughts. Her spell has broken. Soon you'll sense their energy reaching out again. Hesitant but sincere. It's not a test. It's divine correction. You'll know it's real when peace returns to your body. When you no longer feel the urge to explain yourself. What's happening now is divine reversal. Everything stolen is coming back. Everything hidden is being revealed. And everything fake is falling apart. The energy that once worked against you is now working for you. So hold your head high. Heaven has declared you victorious. Type Amen to get blessing. 11:11. The woman who played the role will soon face public exposure. Her lies will turn against her. Her allies will drift away. And her mask will slip in front of everyone. It won't be revenge. It will be divine order. You'll hear about it not from curiosity, but as a sign that your chapter of pain is truly closed. When you do, send silent forgiveness into the air. You're not meant to return bitterness. You're meant to rise higher. Every time you felt overlooked, heaven was documenting it. Every tear you shed became a record in your spiritual account. And now it's time for withdrawal. Not in pain, but in blessings. Your life is about to shift into alignment so deeply that even your enemies will wonder how you're glowing so effortlessly. Type Amen to get blessing. 12:12. You're stepping into divine justice, not by force, but by favor. Archangel Michael says, the tables have turned and heaven is restoring your position without confrontation. The person who once mocked your pain will now learn the cost of playing with sacred bonds. Your soulmate will come back not out of guilt, but out of awakening. They'll finally see who truly loved them and who only acted. The truth will no longer be hidden, and, clear's throat, you won't have to prove a single thing. The woman who pretended to be your soulmate's wife will fade into her own illusion. You'll rise from the ashes, untouched, radiant, and unstoppable. This isn't revenge, it's restoration. Stay calm. Stay aligned and remember divine timing never fails. The moment you think it's over, heaven begins the second act. There's a silence wrapping around her life now. The kind that precedes revelation. What she once controlled is slipping like sand through trembling fingers. Her calls go unanswered. Her charm no longer works. And the very energy she used to bind your soulmate is now backfiring, turning her dreams into haunting reminders of what she stole. Type Amen to get blessing. 1313, she's beginning to see visions, mirrors cracking, doors slamming, and voices repeating your name. That's divine justice echoing in her conscience. No curse, no prayer of protection can stop what heaven already decreed. Meanwhile, your aura grows brighter. The same people who doubted you now feel drawn toward your light, though they can't explain why. Every vibration of truth you carry is dissolving her web of lies. The angels are restoring your name in the mouths of those who once whispered against you. Conversations are shifting, realities are resetting, and heaven is aligning the timeline back to its original script. Archangel Michael says, this restoration is not about revenge. It's about revelation. Every counterfeit version of love, friendship, and loyalty will now be exposed. Those who stood against you will come forward in quiet apology, unable to resist the truth vibrating through their spirit. Your soulmate is awakening through pain. They are realizing how they were deceived not by fate but by falsehood. The moment of realization will hit them like a storm. And in that shock, your name will resurface in their heart. Type Amen to get blessing. 1414, you'll feel it, too. A sudden warmth around your shoulders, like unseen hands wrapping you in light. That's your divine protection increasing. It's confirmation that what once opposed you no longer holds authority. The woman's illusion is breaking in layers. People she manipulated are walking away. Even her mirror reflection feels foreign. As though she no longer recognizes the person she became. Soon, she'll try to rewrite the story again, but this time her words will sound hollow. The charm has expired. The lies no longer land. Her own energy is betraying her, pushing her toward the truth she feared. And you, the true vessel of light, are being elevated beyond reach. The same stage where she performed her role will soon spotlight you instead. Type Amen to get blessing. 1515, your soulmate is walking through confusion right now, haunted by flashbacks of your laughter, your kindness, your patience. They realize those things can't be duplicated. No matter how convincing the actress was, the guilt is heavy, but transformation always begins with pain. Heaven is stripping away false attachments and bringing the truth to the surface. You might receive a dream tonight, one so vivid that it feels like a memory reawakened. If that happens, know that it's not imagination. It's divine communication. You're being shown that the bond still exists, cleansed and renewed. The interference is over. Archangel Michael stands between you and all forms of spiritual theft. No energy vampire, no mimic, no pretender can cross this shield again. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. The woman who impersonated love will soon face her own mirror moment. Her tears won't be from guilt but from realization that she tried to take something eternal and ended up with emptiness. Heaven never punishes out of cruelty. It corrects out of justice. The cycle she created is ending and her karmic lesson has begun. You won't need to see it. You'll just feel a sudden peace the moment her energy exits your story. That's how you'll know restoration has begun. Not with noise, but with calm. Not with words, but with stillness. Your peace will speak louder than her performance ever did. From that point on, your destiny moves faster. Synchronicities multiply, opportunities reappear, and the path once blocked now opens wide. Type Amen to get blessing. 1717, a shift in the air surrounds you, lighter, clearer, free from distortion. You'll notice colors look brighter, music feels deeper. And time seems to stretch in moments of stillness. That's your soul adjusting to freedom. Archangel Michael says, heaven is rearranging your future. The tables have turned, the scripts rewritten, and, clears throat, your soul contract restored. The story that was once stolen is being returned page by page. Your soulmate's higher self is guiding them toward you, though they don't yet understand why. Every decision they make now will pull them closer to the truth, no matter how far they try to run. The woman's name will soon fade from their lips like forgotten dust. You will not need to prove your place. Heaven already has. Type Amen to get blessing. 1818, you may feel emotional waves tonight. Tears for no reason. Sudden nostalgia. Heart palpitations. Don't panic. That's the divine current of restoration moving through you. She thought she broke you, but she only broke her own disguise. Every attempt to impersonate your essence only revealed how authentic you are. No imitation survives divine light. Now heaven is rewarding your silence, your patience, your endurance. You chose not to retaliate. And that's why divine favor is tripling in your life. You'll soon witness a sequence of blessings, a message, an unexpected opportunity, a connection long overdue. All arriving like clockwork, divinely timed. Type Amen to get blessing. 1919, you are not meant to look back. The story continues forward into realms of abundance, love, and peace. Archangel Michael declares your timeline purified. No more imitations, no more intrusions. She may try once more to seek forgiveness, not from truth, but from fear. You'll know it's false because it will come with excuses. Do not engage. The silence you maintain will be the loudest sermon of all. In the unseen, your soulmate is waking up fully now. The fog lifts, the lies crumble, and they'll feel the difference between acting and authenticity. Their spirit will call out for you, not from desire, but from recognition. And you, beloved, will finally rest in the light that was always yours. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. The heavens applaud your endurance. You passed the hardest test, trusting divine timing while others mocked your stillness. Now your reward unfolds in plain sight. The woman who impersonated your role will fade into the background of her own story, forgotten by the very people she tried to impress. The spotlight will turn toward you effortlessly, gracefully, divinely. When that happens, remember to stay humble. Bless her silently, for her deception became your awakening. What was meant to destroy you instead made you unshakable. The real story begins now, and this time, no one can play your role again. The air around you has changed. The same atmosphere that once carried tension now hums with relief. The storm has passed and what remains is the truth standing tall. Your soulmate's heart is no longer confused. They are remembering the tone of your voice, the calm in your presence, and the purity of the love you offered without demand. The illusions that once wrapped them are tearing away like old cloth. Type Amen to get blessing. 2121. The woman who played the role of your soulmate's wife is watching her kingdom collapse. What she built with pretense is returning to dust. Her charm no longer works because it was never real. It was borrowed light. She feels the coldness of truth now. A silence that no one can fill. People she once manipulated are beginning to see through her. The same eyes that once adored her are now filled with disappointment and disbelief. Your name is resurfacing everywhere. It's as if the universe itself is whispering your story again, reintroducing you to the stage of destiny. Heaven is erasing false signatures and writing yours back into the chapters of love where it always belonged. Archangel Michael says you were never forgotten. Every second you felt ignored, heaven was preparing your grand re-entry. Every tear you cried watered the soil where your new blessings now bloom. The woman's downfall isn't your triumph. It's divine justice restoring sacred order. You don't need to watch her fall. You only need to rise higher. Let the energy of grace lift you where bitterness cannot reach. Type Amen to get blessing. 2222. There's movement happening behind the scenes. Your soulmate has started questioning every story they were told, every moment that felt off, every conversation that didn't sound right. The truth is knocking louder than her excuses. Now, you'll soon receive a sign, maybe a familiar song, a certain scent, or a time stamp like 1111 or 517. When it appears, it means the reunion of truth and destiny is underway. It means heaven's timing is activating your miracle. Archangel Michael stands beside your destiny like a guard of flame. Every attempt to rewrite your story is being burned away. You are safe, sealed, and chosen. The days ahead will bring divine clarity. The confusion that haunted your nights will dissolve and your heart will finally breathe in peace again. Type Amen to get blessing. 2323. The woman who pretended to love him is now haunted by guilt. Not because she regrets it, but because she finally sees that the love she tried to steal never belonged to her. Every reflection she faces now shows her shadow, not her success. Your soulmate will soon speak the words that were once trapped. They'll tell you the truth, not perfectly, not without pain, but honestly. It will be a confession guided by divine mercy, not manipulation. You'll feel the sincerity in their tone, the tremble in their spirit, the longing for peace after chaos. That's how you'll know heaven's correction has reached its full circle. Forgive not because they deserve it, but because peace is the gift you choose to live with. Type Amen to get blessing. 2424. The next chapter of your life begins in stillness. You won't need to chase or announce it. Your presence will speak louder than your past. New doors will open quietly, divinely timed, leading you toward abundance and recognition. Even the people who once walked away will begin to respect your strength. They'll see how you carried yourself with dignity when everyone else fell into noise. That silent grace is your crown. Invisible but undeniable. The woman's story is ending, but yours is unfolding in full bloom. She acted the role. You are the truth. Heaven always sides with authenticity. You will begin to feel divine warmth in unexpected moments, like someone invisible is smiling upon you. That's heaven applauding your endurance. Type Amen to get blessing. 2525. Archangel Michael says, your restoration will not be delayed. What once took years to build will now take days to return. You'll feel divine acceleration, plans aligning, peace returning, and love flowing effortlessly. The energy around your soulmate is cleansing fast. They are seeing what you saw long ago. They are understanding what they dismissed, and the humility of that realization will transform them. When the connection realigns, it will not be like before. It will be purer, lighter, wiser. The games are over and only truth remains. You are stepping into your divine season. The one where you don't need to explain. You just exist and everything aligns. Type Amen to get blessing. 2626. The woman's silence will become louder than her lies. Those who once sided with her will quietly withdraw. Her name will fade as yours rises in light, and no one will question why. Heaven's favor doesn't make noise. It simply shines, and people can't ignore it. You're about to glow differently, love differently, and live differently. This is not a recovery. This is a rebirth. Archangel Michael is standing at the threshold of your destiny, saying, walk forward. You've earned this peace. And as you do, the universe rearranges itself in your favor. The story ends not with revenge, but with resurrection. The real love. The real connection, the real you, all restored perfectly. Type Amen to get blessing. 2727. You're no longer tied to the pain, only to the promise. The false chapter has closed and the real story begins. Every sign from now will confirm that you are exactly where heaven needs you to be. Your soulmate's transformation will mirror your growth. What once felt distant will now feel aligned. The frequency of love will meet both your hearts halfway. You'll smile one day realizing that everything that broke you actually built you. Every imitation made your authenticity stronger. Every betrayal pushed you closer to divine truth. And now, as the light returns fully, even your silence becomes holy.